this year. And for the first part of next week, historian Tim Smith will examine secession and its ramifications. Of course, the ordinance of secession was created and passed in this room. And please pick up a schedule and as you leave about the other special march programs. They will all be in this chamber. Today, in this historic chamber, where a lot is happening in this chamber, not just secession, a lot of wonderful things. In addition to that, in addition to that, we're going to hear today about a very courageous history maker, James Meredith. And I think he's going to be coming along in a little while, I hope so. His niece, Meredith McGee, has written a book about him, James Meredith, Warrior, and the America that created him. And copies of that book will be available for purchase and signing after the program outside of the hall. Meredith McGee is the author of Odyssey, a collection of her poems and other writings, and co-author with Darlene Collier of Married to Sin and Memoir. She was born in Los Angeles and raised in Jackson. She's a member of the Clinton Ink Slingers and Women for Progress. She has been affiliated with the Rural Development Leadership Network since 1998. Please welcome Meredith McGee.
Thank you and welcome everyone. James Meredith is my mother's older brother. And his youngest child, Jessica, please stand. She's in the audience. And I had the pleasure of shaking Byron DeBecker's son. Would you please stand? And that was just awesome to me to meet him. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank all of you. This book, James Meredith, Warrior, and the America that created him, it is my pride and joy because it took me about 7 years from when I started interviewing family members and members who were involved in civil rights to actually see this book, the cover, and it hit the shelves. It has been classified as a textbook. It has been cataloged as popular culture in some college libraries. It also has been cataloged as under education and also ethnic studies. I want to begin by reading the foreword. Also, I want to start with a poem, Journey of Influence. History precedes life's journeys. The past is the stem of one's path. Every individual takes his or her place in this life. Some grab life by the throat and push justice into its heart and show spirit and righteousness in this world and shakes things up and moves mountains. Stories of these movers awaken generations and influences the future. The world holds many stories. Be implored to learn the great ones. And I am proud to share the story of my uncle James H. Meredith and his generation with you today. The foreword. Meredith C. McGee tells an incredible story of a remarkable American, James H. Meredith, persevered to attain social justice. His goal was to end white supremacy by attacking the college barrier at the college level in his home state of Mississippi. His overall goal was not just to win the battle of gaining interest into the University of Mississippi, but to win the war against white supremacy. He persisted despite being criticized, misunderstood, and shot. Meredith's rage against injustice came out of his family's experience of humiliation under the tentacles of white supremacy, but his rage was channeled into constructive action that was strategic, drawing on his understanding of what it took to avert the deadly reaction of bigots and the timing necessary to take advantage of the dawning possibilities opening up in America. Others who preceded James Meredith, efforts to open up colleges in Mississippi encountered catastrophe results. Clinton King, who applied for entrance into Ole Miss in 1958, was labeled mentally insane and committed to a mental institution, that would be Whitfield. Clyde Kennard, who in 1959 attempted entrance into Mississippi Southern, was sentenced on trumped-up charges to serve 7 years in the state penitentiary and died of cancer with a criminal record that he did not deserve. In the case of the more equitable jury selection system in Mississippi, the challenger, Mac Charles Parker, was lynched before the case went to trial. Realizing the lessons of such previous efforts to break through Jim Crow barriers, Meredith understood the realities of the risk involved in what it meant to bear the brunt of acting alone. He recognized the importance of having the support of the entire Black community, and timing his action with the possibility for support appeared nationally. Thus, on the day after John F. Kennedy was inaugurated, Meredith applied for admission to attend Ole Miss. Though this book focuses on the person and action of James Meredith, this is more than the story of a single fighter for justice. Meredith McGee brings to life scores of people who inspired or supported James Meredith. These include figures like Stokely Carmichael, Martin Luther King Jr., who rallied to continue to walk against fear after Meredith was shot in Hernando, Mississippi. Other personalities include Ralph Bunche, Unita Blackwell, Aaron Henry, Fannie Lou Hamer, and I'd just like to add George Lee, who was assassinated in I think it was 55, because he was registering voters in Belzoni, Mississippi. So I wanted to start at the beginning. My uncle, James Meredith, was born on the outskirts of Kosciuszko, Mississippi, June 25th, 1933. At the time of his birth, lynching was our social ill in America, and particularly in Mississippi. And we did not have enough political clout at that time to even have an anti-lynching bill passed in Congress, because we did not have any representation in government. Well, my uncle, we are the descendants of Choctaws, Scottish Irish, and Africans. In fact, one of our ancestors, J.A.P. Campbell, was a Supreme Court justice, and I just passed by his picture, and it's amazing to me that my great-grandmother, her nose was just like me, and she was Black. But she brought literacy